Hey guys, for this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make an object save system. So when a player leaves the room, then the object they last moved will go back to where they moved it to. This could be helpful for some like creative games or whatever you're trying to make. But I hope this helps you, and I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into the video. Alright, so once we are in a new maker room, the first thing you're just want to do is click this room, settings, and scroll all the way down like we always do, and just turn on embedded content right here. You don't want that on. So now once you have embedded content on, I'm just going to first just get my object right here and just create it like down here. Then you're going to configure your object and whatever figments you want. I'll just have mine on environment, make mine grabbable so I can move it around. And you just want to go down here and put a tag on it. So I'm just going to put my tag of object on it. So add the tag. Make sure you have to add the tag or else it is not going to work. Then you want to scroll all the way down and you have to turn this on. Can I modify the circuits? Turn it on. So next you want to come up here to your circuit wall, and the first circuit you want to get is a record object get first with tag. So just spawn that in. Then you get an event receiver. Now we're going to configure the event receiver to be an update 30 hertz. Now you want to get a vector3 variable, just search up vector3 var right here, should show up, and just spawn it in right here. Now you can name it if you want. I'm just not going to name it. I'm going to leave it like that. Then get a get position chip. Alright, so now this is just like the first part we're probably going to need, and so now just put the tag of the cube into right here, which is object. Make sure it's the exact same tag, same caps and everything. Now I'm just going to get position and this to the vector3 variable, and then connect the updated hertz to the variable right here. Now, if I move this, it should just be constantly getting this position of the cube right there. So this should be the same exact thing as this. So now we're gonna need a system where players can grab this, put it somewhere else. When they leave, going back, it'll stay there. So just clone your event receiver up, configure it and make it a player joined. Now get it if player is local chip, spawn out right there next to the player joined. Then you want to get a set transform chip, and there's actually one more thing we're going to need to do with this. We need to also get the rotation of the cube. So you're going to get a quaternion variable, spawn it just like under it like that. Then get a get rotation chip, just put it underneath, and then just connect this up to the get rotation, this up to the quaternion variable, and connect this up to right there. So now it's constantly getting the rotation position of the cube. Back up to this part, you're going to connect to this player right here to the player on the event receiver. And then the is local to the set transform. And the target right here is going to be your cube. The position is the vector3 variable, and the rotation is the quaternion variable. So right now, this should basically work just to make it so it doesn't bug out. As of right now, when someone joins, then both of these are going to execute at the exact same time. So we don't want it to execute this thing first somehow, and then it will do that. So we're going to make it so it always will execute this first, and then we'll start going through this. So it sets the position of the cube in rotation, then it'll start getting the position. So we're just going to do like a simple on and off thing. So you can get an if chip, move these over, get a boolean variable, and then just connect this up to the if chip, this up to the if. Connect this then to right here, and then just connect this up to right here after the set transform. Change this to true, connect this up to there. So now if I move this somewhere like right there, and if I execute this as if someone was joining, then it should spawn back over there. Yep, spawn back right there. And now it is executing this. So if I just move this again, like somewhere over here, and then if I leave, so the default value of this bool variable is false, so it'll be false. So once I join, it's just going to stay false. So it'll be in the position I have the room saved in. So let's say it's saved right there. If I join to the position, it'll go back to where I moved it right there. So now I'm just going to save the room. So the cube is saved right there. So let's just move the cube somewhere over here. Another example, join the room, and it spawns right there. So we have to make these variables cloud variables. That's actually the most important part. So make sure you make both of these variables cloud variables. So now, once I'm in the room, move this cube like over here. Since the cube is saved over there, I think if I click reset, it should go back. Yeah, it goes back. Then if let's say I join back, click that, then boom, it spawns all the way back to where I moved it. So that's basically it for this tutorial. If you guys want me to make more on making maybe a more advanced system, then let me know in the comments. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you. I'll see you guys in the next video.